Welcome to Unbecoming podcast, where we dive into real life situations.
In this podcast, we will peel off layers that have overshadowed our true identity.
Stay tuned to hear more stories on how we unbecome in order to become.
So let's dive in. So we are so super excited because today's our pilot episode.
Yes.
We were supposed to have put this out last year?
During the pandemic, yo.
Actually, it was June when we were trying to shoot our first episode.
That's true.
And we are in June right now. Look at God.
So it's been a year.
It's been a year.
Wow.
But we are so excited to be here.
Super duper excited.
Yeah, yes. And shout out to Kay Kangwa. She's also a part of us. But right now she is in New Mexico on some mission trip.
So we're sending her lots of love.
Sending you lots of love, girl. We love you, and we can't wait for you to be back with us.
Yes.
So, Unbecoming. I think for me, when the whole idea of Unbecoming was just getting tired of the labels that society, places on you, pressures and all that. So, I think that's what this podcast is going to be about. Peeling off some layers that we have accumulated over time from just culture, friends, social life, relationships,
ministry.
You're right.
Big one.
Even ministry, even Christianity in itself. You will be shocked. Yeah. Yes. So we're gonna talk about all of that stuff, all of it. And I think I'm at a place in my life where you get tired of trying to fit in. You get tired of wanting to be like that person and that person.
Yes.
Listen,
I'ma just do me.
I'ma just do me. This is who I am. I come the way I am. Take me as I am.
This is it. This is what you get.
So, yeah. And I think I've just, a little bit about myself. I am originally from Zambia. I wanted to say shout out to Zambia.
Shout out Zambia. Hello.
Pastor Joseph, if you're going to hear this podcast, a huge shout out to you, sir.
Oh my gosh, that is funny.
Pastor, yeah.
I'm surrounded by too many Zambians. Too many.
So I'm originally from Zambia. I came here when I was 17, and I'm a mom, and I had my child when I was 20 years old.
Yo, pause. She has the smartest kid ever. Let's just say.
Charlie just graduated from elementary school.
Yes, and he's ready for middle school,
He's ready for middle school. And he said, Mommy, I'm done. That chapter is closed, okay? Whatever school I'm going to, okay, yeah. But so I think just that whole experience of me being a mom at that age, there had to be some healing I had to go through, and unlabeling I had to go through because, coming from an African culture, let me tell you,
there's a stigma.
It's not an easy process. People in America, it's totally different. It's sometimes I feel like you're expected to have a child.
It's more acceptable.
Yeah, it's more acceptable
in the Western culture as compared to the African culture.
Right. When you have a child at that age, you're cursed. Bruh, what is wrong with you? Yep. But, I had to get to a place where I had to heal from all the trauma and just unlabeling myself, getting out of so many shells and peeling off so many layers, an onion. You never know how strong an onion is until you peel off the layers. Yes. And that's what this podcast honestly is all about.
Come on.
We need to peel off some layers so we can really get to our full potential. So yeah, that's me. That's all about me. And you?
Wow, Songi, I love that we're on the same page because before you even said anything about, peeling the onion, I was here thinking about it. I was like, that's what this podcast is going to be about. We're going to peel a lot of onions. There's going to be tears. There's going to be laughter.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of things revealed. There's going to be a lot of vulnerability on here. So that being said, my name is Enyo. I'm originally from Ghana.
No, say your full name.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Enyo Nam.
I love it. Enyo
I love when everybody's like, can you spell that? And I'm like, ENYO, Enyo.
Right. Shout out to Ghanaian jollof rice. I love it.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. We have
my Nigerian friends are gonna come for me though.
Follower right here. I'm sorry, Nigerians.
It's the jasmine rice. It's the jasmine rice.
Thank you.
That makes the difference.
That's the best rice you have to use. I'm sorry, Nigeria, but that's the secret right there. She just revealed it. Please, just use some good jasmine rice, and your jollof rice will come out
popping.
Ooh.
Like, So, enyo.
Anyway, so I moved to the U.S. when I was 16.
Oh, cool.
Moved to New Jersey, went to high school, finished high school, then went to Illinois, to a private college. And then 2015, I took that journey to Dallas, Texas. It was two options, moving with my dad or moving with my sister. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start the adulting. Like, I'm really just going to yank it and just start. So yeah, I moved to Dallas 2015, and I've been here, connected with Songi. You know, she's just been an amazing person to connect with, you know.
I feel the same too. Like, there's always something I'm learning from you. Like, remember the first time I met you and I was like, I love your style. Like, I know. I could tell like Enya was a stylist. For some reason, that thing just resonated so much in my spirit. I'm like, girl, like, listen, I love the way you dress. Like, you got some cool style. And I was like, yeah, I need somebody to help me with my music videos.
Yes.
So, but yeah, pretty cool stuff.
I know. Yeah, so with that, I am a fashion designer, an entrepreneur, a worship leader, an artist.
Yes.
You know, I'm a big smiler at heart.
Yeah. When you get Enyo, it's all smiles, man. I would say if joy was a person, like Enyo would be that person.
And that infectious laughter, you know, it's just that unique. I have to brag on that.
It is. No, it's not about bragging. It is. That's who you are, ma'am. It is.
Right. Yeah. And so, when we talk about unbecoming, to be honest, when Songi first said, hey, let's do this podcast, I was like, you really want me to start digging deep and start pulling out some stuff that I've healed from with stuff I'm still working on? She's like, yes. And yes. I was like, okay, fine. I'll do it. So for me, for the longest time, I dealt with seeking validation. When I talk about seeking validation, it's like I need a yes from a person to move forward.
My God.
I need a no from a person to not move forward.
Wow.
Literally, Songi, when I tell you I was seeking validation in everything, and it shaped my entire teenage year, or even especially when I even moved to America, because it's a completely different culture. It's a culture shock. Different. So I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, my standard is not the standard, so I have to look to this person and match up to that standard, and I feel like we live in a society that everybody is beginning to do that. Everybody does that. Everybody does that. And it's in every area, like Songi was saying. It's in work. You see that in work. You see that in ministry, big time. Big time. And because we're both worship leaders, we're really going to touch on that.
I know.
Ooh.
I don't think you guys are ready, because it's going to be like some sauce right there. Like,
y'all are not ready, because we're about to peel onions, and we're about to be vulnerable. We're about to tell you our truth, what we're working on, what we're working through. And just so you know, we don't want you to see us on our Instagram page or Facebook and think we have it all together. No, we are figuring it out just as you are, and we're just here to encourage you. And we're here to pray with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ooh. You are not alone on this journey. Like, you're not alone on this journey, honestly. And I think for me, one of the other things I struggled with was low self-esteem.
Ooh, yes.
Like, you know, having a child at 20, and I felt like, wow, my life is over. There is nothing good that can come out of this.
Right.
But one of the things that I always say this all the time, one of the things that really, really helped me to get out of that low self-esteem kind of whatever mess it was my sisters.
Wow.
Like their support system.
Yes.
I feel like if everybody on this earth has that kind of support system.
My goodness.
I think so many of us will be healed from a lot of things.
My goodness. Shout out to your sisters. I've seen all of... Listen, when Songy goes on vacation or when Songy is going somewhere,
it's the whole
squad. When Songy talks of her squad,
it's the whole squad.
It's her sisters, the nephews and nieces, her son. Like, literally, that's the squad. They're so close-knit.
But, my sisters are people who, when I found out that I was pregnant, they never came at me like, you are such a disappointment. Why did you do this? You've put our family in shame. Up to today,
wow,
I have never heard them use those words.
My gosh.
And to me, that's where my healing has always started from.
Wow.
It's that unconditional love. When you say God has unconditional love, I've seen it being demonstrated in real life.
Come on.
And even up to today, my other friend was laughing at me like, I don't think you're a single mom. I said, why do you say that? He said, because you're not a good representation of single mothers. I'm like, why do you say that? Like, well, Songy, like, come on. Now, everything, like, you
have a strong support system.
Right. And it's like, and not even trying to brag or anything, but half of the things that most single mothers deal with, I never went through that. Because of these two ladies. My sisters will go to the store, buy stuff for my son, and not even come back and be like, oh, you owe me $20 because I bought Charlie a shirt today and I need my money back. Never. Like, never. My son goes to my sister's place. I think one time I texted her, I said, please let the visitor in your house know that he needs to. And she said, which visitor is it? Which visitor are you talking about? And I'm like, Charlie. Is like, oh, since when did he become a visitor here? I was like, 8. So that's they take Charlie like literally like he's my son to me, each one of them. After today, it has never come up. Why did you do what you did? Never. They even the negative things that my aunties say, that my uncle said, that anybody from my family said when they heard that I was pregnant, up to today, I've never heard it. I don't know what they say. I have no clue.
Guys, let me tell you something. This is the first time.
It's the first time
Yes, this is my first time hearing all of this.
See,
and
I never share stuff like
and
this.
I'm blown away. Y'all probably think, oh, she's told me before, and so she's just... I have not heard this, and so I'm blown away.
Yeah.
But literally, when we talk about the unconditional love of God, right? Sometimes we think we're waiting for a God in heaven to
come down
and do something. No, he does it through people.
And that's what I experienced.
And this is such a great example,
That's exactly what I experienced. Like, wow. And that's the thing that has helped me so much to heal. And I always tell people who are struggling with one kind thing or the other, and I said, you just need somebody to love you unconditionally. Somebody who's just going to look at you and not look at your flaws, your mistakes, and all that stuff. Somebody who's just going to embrace who you are and walk with you through the process. Ooh. And that's it.
Preach, woman of God. No. I'm feeling the anointing right now. I'm repenting for not loving enough. Lord,
no pressure.
I repent.
No pressure for you to act or perform a certain way. Like, my sisters will go to any extent to do stuff for me.
Wow.
For real. I wanted to work on a project the other day. My other sister came to me. She's like, how much do you need? I was like, what? She's like, how much do you need if you want to start to do this? And I was like, I didn't even tell her because it just kind of took me off guard. But I'm just like, but that's who they are.
Wow.
And when they do stuff like that, it's not, you know how people sometimes do something for you and then they go around telling everybody, it is me that did it. If it wasn't for me, they would not. Nah, you would never hear that. You would never hear things like that from my sisters. Like, if they were to do that, I feel like they deserve it. Like, they've done a lot.
Shout out to your sisters.
Yeah.
When they listen to this podcast,
I know.
we just want them to know that they are loved.
Yeah.
And every person that's ever going to listen to Unbecoming, they're going to know more about Songy's sisters.
No, yeah, you guys will.
They're the real OGs, okay?
I'm telling you. I mean, even with babysitting, when my son was still young, and it was like a schedule amongst the three of us.
Wow.
So, I'm going for work. I need a babysitter. Okay, so I'm off this day. I'm off that day. I mean, I can come and get him. Even up to today, my son is 12 years old. As much as I travel, like go places to sing out of state, I'm just like, yep, I won't be in town this weekend. And everybody will jump on the wagon. Okay, I can do this, and I'll come get him, and he'll be at my place, and I'm going to do this. The end.
I can somewhat agree with your friend who said you, because when I first met you, I did not know you were a mom.
Yeah, and most people would not know that because I try by all means not to even be selfish. You know, when people help you and then you're in a better place and then you forget and then you become selfish, you now want to, you're now okay. You're healed, you're whole. And now in my case, I'll be like, yeah, that's my child. I don't want you to like leave him. No, I don't do that. The same way it has always been. I let him be there. Like if you come around us, he calls all three of us mommy. So I'm Mommy Songy, there's Mommy Brenda, there's Mommy Patra, Mommy P, Mama B, Mommy P. So even my nieces call me mommy because we've just raised them to like we are all the mummies.
Yes.
So now that I'm in a better place, I'm not trying to be selfish to where, oh yeah, leave my child, give me my child, go have your own. No, I'm not. So if they want to take him, go. Listen, I try. I'm so careful. Like, you stop being selfish, bro. Like, don't even do that because now you're in a better place.
Woman of God, you better preach about selfishness. Ooh.
I mean, because we forget.
Yes.
We forget. We find ourselves in a better place, and you forget everybody that's been there for you. People who had paid your bills at one point when you couldn't. People who had put gas in your car at one point, and you're over there insulting them on Facebook or Instagram. Like, yo, simmer down. Calm down.
Yes.
But, never forget where you're coming from, regardless.
Yep. And never burn bridges.
And that you might want to cross again. Yep. So, that's what it is. But I'm so excited.
Yes.
That we're finally doing this. Today was raining in the morning. Let me just put myself on blast.
Okay. Go there. Go there, Songy.
Today was raining, okay? But I texted Anya saying, I don't know. And she was like, no, I think it's going to stop raining later in the day. And I'm glad you did stop me. I'm glad you did not buy into what I was trying to do at some point.
We're going to check back in at 11 a.m.
Right.
And I was so tempted. I think around 10 o'clock, the sun was out. And I was tempted to text you earlier, but I was like, I'll wait, And I'm so glad. And I think when you're working on a project, that's the kind of energy or that's the kind of, attitude you need around you.
Right.
Because sometimes we're so easy to, like, give up. So it's so easy to say, we'll just do it next time. And we've procrastinated for a whole year.
And people are asking, where is the podcast? Well, guys, it's finally here.
It is. I have friends in England who are like, hey,
see how we are going global now.
I know, right? They're like, Madam, when is that podcast dropping? I was like, it's coming. Here it is. So we are really excited to dive in with you. This is our first episode. This is the pilot. So we're not going to start off with a set topic today.
Right. We wanted you guys to get to know us.
Like, introducing ourselves. Yeah. And opening up and just having a conversation.
Yep.
So.
And you guys can follow us on our social media to get more updates. And actually, Kay is going to be handling that part.
So, what is our Instagram handle?
So it's Unbecoming with 2 underscores.
We have 2 underscores.
Yeah, because I finally found that there were so many Unbecomings on Instagram, and I was like, who came up with these names? I was mad.
Oh, what if what if we do Unbecoming the podcast?
Right. I think we'll change it to that. We'll change it to that, and then we'll keep you guys posted. But for now, just type in Unbecoming. I think you'll see our picture on there. You should see me and you should see Enyo.
Yeah, it's a picture of 3 ladies.
Yeah, it's a picture of 3 ladies and
coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot, coming in hot.
I don't do
coming
the
in hot.
most, but I do a lot.
Hey.
But yeah, I'm so super excited. I'm so super excited. And we would love to hear some reviews and responses from you guys.
Yes, please send in your suggestions.
DM us.
Yes, DM us like topics that you want us to discuss, things you want us to, touch on.
Right.
And also, Songi brought up something. We're gonna actually start receiving calls. We're gonna have people call in at some point during the season. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you guys can ask your questions and but don't come with those ones whereby they'll take us off track.
Please, this is not SATs. So this is not.
Oh my goodness!
Please don't put us in an exam room, cause
yeah. But I'm glad we're actually doing this podcast. Like, this is the second half of 2021. Mm-hmm. We are getting to the second half of 2021.
Yes.
And, well, us here in the U.S., it's like, especially in Dallas, it's like we're back in full force.
Texas was
no masks.
The Texas governor was like, listen, we're done with this COVID. We are moving on with life. I don't know about the rest of America, but the country of Texas is going to start over again, and we're going to move on with life.
Yeah, so it almost feels like things are back to normal. And so we're going to, and it's summertime over here. It is beginning to get hot. And hopefully this podcast keeps you guys, in your summer bikinis. Y'all can chill.
Entertained.
Yep.
Engaged.
Definitely. So what are your final remarks, Enyo, to you?
My final remarks, I would say I am so grateful that we are here. I'm so grateful to be part of this. We never know what the end will be, but it's important to always start.
Yes, it's important to always start, and I am not... No more procrastination.
Songi had to pause for a minute and really think about what I just said.
Yeah, and like this year I told myself, I'm not setting any new goals because I felt like last year I embarked on new things that I never finished. So my theme for this year is unfinished business. Because here's the deal, right? This is what we do all the time when we start a new year, we cancel, flip over the page and write new things, but we still have unfinished stuff from the previous chapter, from the previous page. But then it almost becomes like a repeated cycle. Come December 31st, you find yourself, you have not done anything, and then you move it over and things just start piling. So I say, no, I'm not setting any new goal. I'm going to finish these things that I've been saying I'm going to do, and some of the stuff that I started that I have not finished because let me just call them the pending goals. Pending
projects.
Pending goals, pending projects, because we want the good things in life, but I've noticed that it's never going to come at our comfort zone, unfortunately. Yes. So you have to push yourself through those feelings and emotions that today I don't feel like it, but you have to go. Like, just get up and show up and make it work. So, yeah, I'm excited that we are finally doing this.
I'm excited for you, Songi. Because, no, she's working on some pretty bomb projects this year.
I know.
And also,
we're going to be millionaires by the end of the year.
Come on. What was that? 5 years wages?
5 years wages.
We're
I'm
still
still
on
on
that.
it. I am still on it.
Hashtag
5 years wages. I don't care what nobody says.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's gonna happen. Like it will.
When was this? This was like the beginning of
2020.
2020. It was
Yeah.
before the pandemic.
Yeah, it was before the pandemic
Hit.
And Pastor Joseph was prophesying.
Yes.
That. I was like, 5 years wages. And we went through 2020 prophesying.
Yes.
This year too, we're going through
we're
it.
still prophesying.
Yep.
So it's gonna happen.
It will.
Yeah.
I know it will.
Yeah.
We're ready for it.
Yo. So what are your closing remarks? What would you say?
Well, I am looking forward to see, honestly, how just the outcome of this podcast, and hopefully we make some new friends. Yes. I think I'm looking forward to that and hearing your stories.
Yeah.
And you feel free to share with us your stories and how you're unbecoming, or
Yes.
what you've been through and how you've turned into a butterfly.
Yes.
Out of that experience. So
yes, and we're looking to network as well.
Yeah. Yep. So today she said we're gonna take a picture, but I don't know.
Yes, let's take a picture so that a year from today we won't post it on our platform and say, guys, this is how we started. This is what we looked like on day one of Unbecoming podcast, where it started and where we are now.
Yep.
We have to do that.
Okay, we have to do that. So we're going to do that. But thank you so much for listening to us today. And make sure you share this podcast with somebody that you think is going to benefit from it.
Yes. Follow, like, and share.
On Instagram. For now, we're just on Instagram, but we'll definitely be on Facebook pretty soon. And we'll let you guys what the Facebook name is. So
yes.
You guys have a great week.
Maybe YouTube.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe.
We're just throwing these ideas out there. Who knows?
Maybe YouTube. Who knows? Hey, we're open. Wherever the Lord leads, we will go.
Yes.
But you guys enjoy the rest of the week.
We love you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.
Stay blessed and stay strong. Peace out. Woohoo.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to today's podcast. We hope you enjoyed it.
Make sure to follow us on our Instagram at _Unbecoming podcast. You can also follow us on our personal Instagram accounts. Mine is Songi, God's Girl.
And mine is Blue Enyonom, Blue without the E. And also, if you want to partner with us, if you want to share your stories, thoughts, ideas, please do not hesitate to reach out to us on our personal platforms. We love you.
Have a blessed week. Bye.